hope you clicked on this video today because you are looking for the secret to clear and flawless skin. If that's the case, you are in the right place because today I am sharing that one secret that everyone needs to have clear and flawless skin. It's coming at you right now. Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. If you've been here for a bit, if you are new, I'm super glad that you are here today. My name is Caron, and my channel is all about making beauty easy for the girl who thinks that she can't. My hope today is that you'll consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so that you can get alerts every single time I upload new videos, which is every single Friday. I also have an e-blast that goes out to my Reformed Tomboy family, and they get exclusive content from me. If you're interested in joining that list, go ahead and click in the description box below and sign up today. I'm also gonna ask that if you're loving the content on my channel that you would give this video a giant thumbs up because it really helps me out so much. With that said, let's go ahead and jump into today's topic. All right, so the secret, I know that's what you've been waiting for, and here it is, you guys. The secret to flawless and clear skin is going to be moisturizing. Maybe you're surprised, maybe you're not, but I actually want to take this time today to share with you why it's so important to moisturize your skin, and then I'm going to give you guys a couple of favorites based upon the fact that I've had cystic acne growing up, and just as an adult in my late 20s that I finally get that to clear up. So I kind of want to share with you guys a few products that I absolutely love now that my skin is clear. But let's go ahead and talk about why moisturizing is so important, because here's the thing. I created this video because, oh my goodness, most of the time the skincare concerns that I get when we start digging down into the nitty-gritty of what people are really doing with their skin, this is the biggest thing that's actually lacking in most people's skincare routine. And unfortunately, as much as I wish I could tell you that not moisturizing your skin will get you somewhere, it's actually quite the opposite, and you do need to make sure that you are in fact moisturized. So let's actually talk about why it's so important. So reason number one is it actually keeps your skin clear. It also helps to keep wrinkles at bay. For some people, they actually receive less wrinkles over the years because they started moisturizing long before the rest of us. Moisturizer actually also keeps your face nice and supple. It keeps it plump and smooth, of course, too. And let me say this, when I say plump, I don't mean in like a negative way. I know plump is not really a nice term depending on how you use it, but when we're talking about the face, girl, you know you want your face to be plump. Everybody's trying to plump up their lips, trying to make the cheeks look full. Like, we lose that as we grow older. And so if you moisturize and take care of your skin, you're actually gonna have that on your skin before that whole aging process even sets in. And that's a good place to be. Most people don't realize is that their face and their neck are actually the most sensitive areas of our entire skin makeup. And here's the crazy part. Me, myself, and I included, I neglected my face and my neck for so long with moisturizers, mainly because I was scared of them, which I'm gonna talk about here in just a second. But knowing that those areas are the most sensitive, it really is like spoke to me all these years later of going, oh my gosh, this is why this is so important, even if you're having skin trouble. Another reason that we need to use moisturizer is because it actually repairs our skin from the exposure that we're getting to the elements outside. As soon as we walk out our front door or get out of our car, we're just having a bunch of things in the atmosphere thrown at us, and moisturizer actually does help to repair that. The third reason we need to use moisturizer is because it actually maintains balance in our skin. And I want to elaborate on that just for a second, because this is where I can address those issues to where if you were like me, you're afraid of moisturizer, I kind of want to tear down some of those myths that you might be afraid of in using it. And so this for me was super helpful once I learned it, and then of course experienced the truth of the matter with moisturizer myself. So I'm hoping that if this is you, this can kind of speak to you today, and we can help you find something that actually might work a little bit better for your skin. If you have acne, acne causes imbalance to the skin, and what it does is it tears down the ability to be able to protect the skin. So that protective layer that's up, acne just kind of throws all kinds of stuff at your skin and really just helps it to not balance itself. So moisturizer is going to help bring balance back into the system, and believe it or not, it's going to protect you from further outbreaks. I know one of the most common things that I hear all the time is my skin is oily and I'm afraid that if I use moisturizer, it's just going to add to the problem. I totally get that because I was once there as well, and for years years, that's why I didn't use moisturizer. And I felt like that every time I tried, because I heard it my whole life, you gotta moisturize, you gotta moisturize. And I felt like every single time that I tried, it felt like my skin just got more oily. And so then it was like within a week or 2 weeks or sometimes even 3, I would stop using it because I just couldn't stand the fact that I was getting more oily. The truth of the matter is that you can be oily and still be dehydrated. And so here's what happens. If you are dehydrated, meaning your skin isn't getting enough moisturizer, your body is gonna reproduce oil to keep yourself moisturized. And so what a moisturizer does is helps push that back into the skin, and believe it or not, over time, you will notice that you get less oily. I would say that when I finally did start using moisturizer consistently, and let me be clear here, I started using it at night, not during the day at first, because I just couldn't stand that feeling and I didn't want to put on my makeup and then oil come through my makeup and all that good stuff. I started using moisturizer at night, and it took about 30 days or so for me to really notice a difference. But all of a sudden, all of that extra oil production that I was having, it ceased. And you guys, I'm not kidding you, I do not struggle with oily skin anymore. In fact, my skin type is actually dry. And had I have known all those years ago when I thought I had oil problems that it was actually the fact that my skin was dehydrated but was still oily, I probably might have been able to clear up my skin just a little bit quicker than what I did, because I was really hurting myself by not using a moisturizer. I know that it seems super counterintuitive to tell you, hey, you need a moisturizer if your skin is oily, but the truth of the matter is, if you're not replenishing your skin and it's staying in a state of dehydration, you're constantly going to be reproducing more and more oil, and that's gonna show through in your makeup, that's gonna show through in just your everyday skin life. Even if you don't put on makeup, you're just gonna constantly feel like you are a grease pit, and I totally get that because I've been there. But trust and believe, there are answers out there. There are moisturizers that will really work for you, that are for your skin type. And actually, if you have acne, that's why I wanted to kind of talk about the ones that I really recommend for people if you do have sensitive skin, combination skin, oily skin, all that good stuff, and even acne. Another thing I want to throw at you guys who do have acne issues is that you do have to somewhat exfoliate. Now here's the deal. If you have acne and you've got really bad breakouts, the last thing you want to be doing is putting like these super aggressive scrubs on your face, because you're just going to irritate the crap out of your face. That's not what I'm telling you to do. But I will link one of my favorite face exfoliators above in the eye. It's a video I did a couple months ago, but it is one that's super gentle and sensitive, and it will help you to slough off some of that skin, and it's not aggressive, and that's one of the things that I really like about it. When I had acne, I did tend to try to use exfoliators, and man, I feel like that certain ones were super aggressive, and it just caused me more problems, more redness, and more irritation. So when you are exfoliating, remember that you don't want to do something that's going to be super harsh or super aggressive, or gosh, even I'm thinking of like putting a sugar scrub like we talked about in my hacks video, where you can add sugar to your cleanser. I wouldn't do that if you've got breakouts, because you're going to just irritate your face. It's not going to feel good, and it probably isn't going to help you in the long run. You want to use something that's going to be way more tame on your face and doesn't aggravate those breakouts. So, and then for some people, I know that if you have really bad acne, exfoliating is probably not even something that you even want to consider, and I totally get that too. It's kind of a fine line, but go ahead and check out that video I did on exfoliating and see if that peel that I used might actually work for you, because it does not hurt, doesn't sit on the skin, and it's honestly just like using a cleanser to wash your face. It's wonderful. So now let's actually get into the part of the video where I'm talking to you guys about the moisturizers that I recommend. And what's great is that I found ones that are for all skin types. But for those of you that do struggle with oily skin and acne or breakouts, I don't care if you're 20, if you're 18, or you're 35 and you're still having those issues, the line that I want to show you guys, at least 2 out of the 3 moisturizers are from this line, are going to work incredibly well for you. And so those are the ones I want to start with first. So let's talk about the first one, and that is going to be First Aid Beauty. And as you guys can see here, this one is the Ultra Repair Face Moisturizer. And what I love about this one is it's super duper lightweight. So this is one that you can use in the morning time before you put on your makeup. What's really great about this is they're allergy tested and fragrance free. And one of the reasons that I kind of got sold on First Aid Beauty whenever I was looking at stuff like this is because if you have really sensitive skin, you're prone to redness, you're prone to breakouts, this stuff is like as pure as it can be. There's not anything in here that's gonna irritate your skin or make it worse. If anything, it's gonna make it better. I know people who have eczema who use this line, people who have rosacea. all of these different skin type of irritants and problems that people have, this line is absolutely unbelievable. And if you have acne, this would be the way to go, because you are not gonna have issues with your skin further breaking out or this making it worse. I know for me, I felt like everything that I tried just made my skin worse, whether it was drugstore or high-end, until I found something that actually wasn't making my skin just freak out even more. I wasn't having any luck until I found First Aid Beauty. So let me show you guys just the consistency on the back of my hand here of how this one is. And I like that it has a pump. So, oh, I still have makeup on my hand. Oh, well. Give me a second here. There we go. Okay, so just this little amount here, but it is so light and it just smooths right in to my skin. It's not greasy. And it's just going to, like, your skin is gonna feel instantly, I mean instantly moisturized. And you can put this on underneath your makeup. It's not gonna feel heavy. You're not gonna feel like you have, I don't know, maybe you guys can relate to this, but there were times I would use moisturizers and I would be like, oh my gosh, I feel like I have so much gunk on my face and I just want it off. And I would literally put it on and wash it right back off because I couldn't stand that heaviness feel. And then when you're breaking out on top of that, you're going, oh my gosh, I really don't want that, because it just makes you feel like you're gonna just all of a sudden pop up 6 zits, and that's not what you're going for. Okay, so let me say this. My hand is already dry from that. I mean, it is that lightweight. It is already into my skin. You can see that it's not shiny. It's just, I mean, I don't have words. Clearly, I don't have words for how good this moisturizer is, and it is amazing underneath your makeup. And for those of you who are so scared of using those heavy moisturizers, and I feel ya, this would be the way to go. Of course, as usual, I'm gonna link all the products down in the description box below so you guys can check them out if you want, so you can read reviews, all that good stuff on these products. So check the description box whenever we're done here. Okay, the next one, and I gotta open the box here because I bought these like a week or so ago, and I'm so odd. I don't like to throw my boxes away until like I feel like the newness has worn off on a product. So there's one of my Monica Geller secrets. I keep the boxes for like an extra week, so I'll just throw it away. So this one is the Ultra Repair Hydra Firm Sleeping Cream. Let me spin that around after I read it to you guys. And what I love about this one is going to hydrate and firm. So one of the things I like to tell people is that I don't really use anti-aging products in my moisturizers anymore, because my main anti-aging ingredients come from the fact that I use a vitamin C serum and the maracuja oil, and then actually that is about it. So the vitamin C serum is like my Keep Wrinkles at Bay product, and I'll link that video for you in the eye. At any rate, I don't really tend to focus on too much with anti-aging in my moisturizers, but what is great about this one is that it is a firming cream, and it does help reduce wrinkles or keep them at bay, fine lines, all that good stuff. But it's not known for that. It's just known for being a heavier night cream. And so what I want to show you guys about this one is that, well, first of all, you can see, you're probably getting a lot of glare. Can you see it? I don't know. I'll know on the playback. This one is actually a really heavy cream. So that's kind of what it looks like. Not kind of, that is what it looks like. But I wear this at night. I will not, obviously, it is a sleeping cream. It is going to be thicker. You are going to feel like you do have some thickness on your face. So if you're new to moisturizer, this might freak you out a little bit, but let me get to why it would be a good product for you. So I'll put it on the back of my hand so you guys can see it. It is a lot thicker than what we just put on. It does rub in nice and smooth. It's super buttery. Now, you will feel like you have a little bit of a layer. And I'm gonna say a thin layer, but it does feel like a layer of moisturizer on you. Now, if you're really dry, it may seep into your skin a lot faster. It takes me a minute to like pat this in and just kind of like rub it in, and I always rub upward because gravity's pulling downward. So, but this is one of those things that you can use at night, and what you'll notice about it is a little bit thicker, like I mentioned, but this will actually just put moisture back into your skin all night long, and you're gonna wake up feeling radiant. Your skin is gonna be soft, and it's a great way that if you are super dry and you do need a heavy moisturizer, because I hate to tell you this, I know you may not wanna hear it, but sometimes if you're that dry, you do need something heavy to start pushing moisture back into your skin so your body can start to receive it. Something like this is gonna do the trick, and the best time to do that is at night when you're sleeping. What you can do if you're afraid of first of all, if you're afraid of a heavy moisturizer, this is why you want to use it at night. But if you're afraid of it being like thick feeling and you're feeling oily or getting that in your hair, just put your hair back in a little headband. And that's what I do if I don't want it to get in my hair. But what you're gonna notice over time is that you don't feel this sitting on your skin, that it actually seeps in and your skin starts to look healthier. And it's amazing to me because it is such a rich and buttery, creamy formula. But here's the deal. I can't feel this one at all, and I barely feel anything at all. And that tells you that my hands are a little bit dry if I'm not feeling a super thick cream on the back of my hand. But it doesn't feel like goopy or, gosh, there's some other moisturizers that I've used that just feel so stinking heavy. It's like I have like a mask sitting on my face, but then I just feel like I'm dripping oil. You're not gonna feel like that at all. This is gonna actually just seep into those pores, but it's heavy so that it can bring instant hydration to your skin. So these are my absolute 2 favorites. And again, I will repeat myself for the 50th time. If you have sensitive skin, if you have redness and irritation and you have acne, this is so the way that you wanna go, because you wanna use something that isn't gonna irritate you further and doesn't have a whole bunch of other extra crap in it. And I know when you've got acne, and you're using things like salicylic acid, you're using other products to try and dry that out, you've gotta put moisture back in, and these products are a great way to do that without overdoing it and putting other stuff in your skin that may irritate it. So I cannot speak highly enough of this line. It's one of my favorite ones for sure. The last and final product actually has nothing to do with redness or acne or any of that, but it is one of my favorite moisturizers that I just recently found, probably within the last year. And I believe, if I remember right, I got a sample of it. Look, another box. I got a sample of it in my Sephora Play box, I think last summer, and I fell in love. And you guys have seen me use it on my channel before. I've done some videos with this, and I can't remember which one I did, but I have a video that actually has this product in it somewhere. But this is my Glam Glow Glow Starter, and this is one of those moisturizers that's illuminating. It's gonna actually, you're gonna look very radiant. It does have a blurring effect, and there's 3 different types of it. I believe there's Pearl, there's Nude, and there's another one that's a little bit darker. I think it's Sun Glow, if I'm not mistaken. But these also have hyaluronic acid in them. But what I'm gonna show you, and this is why I love this, I need very little, first of all. So this thing is gonna last me like forever. I'll put it on the back of my hand. We'll put it in the middle this time. And you guys can see immediately how it gives me this beautiful glow. I mean, my hand just looks radiant, and I love this one because if I don't wear any makeup, first of all, and I just put this on, my skin just looks beautiful. It just glows. Now here's the other cool thing. When you put makeup on, it will actually have that glow from underneath. That's actually what I have on today besides all the highlighter, but it does look really pretty. So even minimal makeup, it almost acts like a little bit of a highlighter underneath, especially if you're using minimal makeup such as a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer. And those are my 3 favorite moisturizers that have really done super well with my skin. And I just wanna say again, you guys, I haven't always had clear skin. It's just been in over the last, oh my gosh, maybe 7 or 8 years that my skin has really cleared up. As I've mentioned in a couple of videos prior, zinc really changed my life as far as cystic acne goes and cleared up my skin. I was getting ready to try all kinds of things under the sun that I just didn't really want to do. I had been on prescriptions, I had been on the gels, I tried everything from, you know, Proactive to Neutrogena to every salicylic acid, everything, and zinc really cleared up my skin. But it didn't fix the problem of me not hydrating my skin properly. And if you're not drinking enough water, that's really gonna take into effect the fact that you're dehydrated too. So it's really gonna be important to drink a whole lot of water and keep your skin healthy so you can glow from within. My question for you today is, what moisturizer out of this video makes the most sense for you? And I would love to know why. The other thing that would be really great is if you have other questions about moisturizers or some of your skin concerns, go ahead and post them down there. I would love to help you and help you kind of steer towards something that might actually clear up whatever skin concerns you are having. Once we can clear up the skin concerns that you're having, you're gonna notice that A, obviously your skin looks better, and B, your makeup application is gonna look that much better. Everyone always wants to know how to get this flawless and clear and beautiful makeup look and to make your makeup look just absolutely airbrushed. we have to take care of the skin that's underneath, because your makeup is only gonna look as good as the skin does that's below it. So it's really gonna be important that you're taking all the necessary steps to make sure that your skin stays soft and smooth and clear and youthful. And you guys, as I've said it, the secret to flawless and clear skin is gonna be moisturizing. That's gonna be a wrap for today's video. So thank you guys so much for joining me here. I hope you learned some things today about why moisturizer is so important and got some ideas on some products that might really work well for your needs. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my channel, go ahead and do that now so that you don't miss out on next Friday's video. And of course, connect with me on social media. All of my social media platforms are gonna roll out in just a second on the end card. And until then, I'll see everybody next week on Friday. #ReformTomboy family.